This is the full history of the top 10 rated anime of all time. I wrote a script that goes through every change in the top 10 in its recorded history. Basically, I used the Wayback Machine to go through all 6,449 instances of the top anime page on my anime list, which starts on November 7th, 2006 and goes all the way to January 2025. And we end up with this big ass CSV file with all this data, which we clean up a bit and then turn into this shit right here, where we can browse through every change in the top 10 date by date. But before we do that, because I know some of you little shits are going to be annoying about this, let's look at what we can find from before 2006, which is before the internet was even invented, so it's going to be tough. Now, I couldn't find too much because it's like the Stone Ages. There's nothing on the internet yet. But what I did find was these old archives of the Anime News Network site, where we can uncover this beautiful thing. Now, this is their user-voted top 10 list from 2004, which takes the weighted average of all users who voted, which is really interesting because we get shit like jumping, which came from a whopping 2 people who voted on it. But that's okay, because they did make a proper version of this that uses Bayesian estimates that accounts for these low vote counts. So after we fix this up, the list is honestly pretty normal. Like, we've got Cowboy Bebop on top, Rurouni Kenshin, and a bunch of well-known anime movies. They also have the worst 10 anime, which is a lot more interesting, because we have a Tekken movie, Beyblade, and the Kirby anime, which I will defend with my life. If you're one of the 40 people who voted on this in 2004, I'm gonna find you. But anyway, now let's get to the real shit. Now, what is the real shit, you ask? 2006 to 2009. And to kick things off, we have none other than Full Metal Alchemist on top. The original one, 2003, which means that shit was always... FMA was always the king. Before Brotherhood even, this thing was always dominant. And then we got One Piece after that, Haruhi, which makes sense because it's 2006. And then Death Note, Hunter x Hunter. I guess that's the 1999 version of Hunter x Hunter because it's not... The 2011 version didn't exist yet, so... Full Metal Panic, Bebop, Great Teacher Onizuka, Ouran High School Host Club, and Hajime no Ippo. This is the most 2006 list of all time. We also have placements, right? So as I move forward, we're going from November 7th to November 14th in 2006. Full Metal Alchemist still on top. We've got Haruhi coming up, Death Note coming up, One Piece falling down. So this first era, I'd say, can just be described as random shit. Like, we have a ton of shows just kind of jumping in and out of the top 10 all the time, and it's pretty obvious why that's the case. People just weren't watching that much anime back then, and even fewer people were using sites like My Anime List. If you look at their numbers from back then, it's literally just the entire population of Intercourse, Pennsylvania, getting together every week to vote on their favorite shows. So because there's barely anyone here, that means any small movements can make big waves in the list, so we get a lot of changes. We have a new number 1 here. Death Note is our second number 1. We got Mushishi entering the top 10, which is fucking cool. Is that Black Lagoon Season 2? Code Geass in the top 10 too. That's when I think it started here as well. Haruhi also taking over the second place spot from Full Metal Alchemist. Monster. Okay. Hajime no Ippo number 2? It went from number 10 to number 2. All right, Monster number 3. Okay, we got a totally new looking top 3 here. We got Death Note still on top. We got Hajime no Ippo number 2 and Monster is number 3. Hajime no Ippo as our third champ. Claymore with a new appearance. Holy shit, what the fuck happened? Oh wait, I know what happened here. I know what happened. I fucked up. Basically, before a certain point in 2007, the website looked like this, which split the top anime into these different types between TV series, movies, OVAs, specials, whatever the fuck that means. And I was a silly dum-dum fuckhead, so I forgot to account for this. So that means for everything before this date, it's gonna be TV series only. So sorry, Ghibli movies, sucks to suck, but just know that they were really highly rated, so they probably would have been in the top 10. Okay, anyway, we got the Rurouni Kenshin OVA. This is like a 4-episode OVA, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we got The Girl Who Leapt Through Time also debuting at number 3. Movies and OVAs are not to be fucked with. We got Gurren Lagann debuting at number 6 as well. That's cool. Gurren Lagann climbing up to number 4, and then climbing up to number 2, and then taking number 1. It's our 5th champ. What the fuck is that? What is Tsubasa Chronicle Tokyo Revelations? It's a movie. I have never heard of this shit in my life. Okay, Code Geass Season 2. Full Metal Alchemist is gone, though. That shit got kicked out. We have Aria the Origination coming up at number 9. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. This is way older. Oh shit, Kara no Kyokai, one of the Garden of Sinner movies. Or in the first 2 months of 2009, this thing like came out of nowhere, stole the number 1 spot. I've seen this, it's really good, so it makes sense, but like it's number 1. Holy shit, we have 2 new appearances. We have Clannad After Story, number 4 debuting. Hajime no Ippo is number 7. New challenger. Holy shit! What happened? Wait, this wasn't even in the top 10. Legend of the Galactic Heroes wasn't even in the top 10. Now it's returning at number 1. What happened? See, this shit's just crazy. There's so many changes in the top 10. It's so turbulent. But let's go through some quick stats. There was a total of 25 unique anime series showing up in the top 10 from 2006 to 2009. This is 25 out of a total of 78 anime titles that are going to be in this entire list for the entire history up to 2025. So it's a big portion of them showing up right at the beginning. And for that full list, I've organized them by how much time each anime spent in the top 10 according to the data that we have. And another list just for the champs, how much time each anime spent at the number 1 spot. I'll be filling these out as we go, but feel free to pause at any point in the video and just make your guesses for where each of these anime is going to end up. So here are the leaderboards for the longest lasting top 10 anime. And here it is for our longest lasting champs. So we've got FMA at number 13, Death Note at number 7, Ippo at number 16, the Rurouni Kenshin OVA at number 10, Gurren Lagann at a crazy number 3 spot with 503 days spent at number 1, Kara no Kyokai 5 at number 8, and Legend of the Galactic Heroes at number 6. Okay, on to the next era, and that is going to be 2010 to 2013. And it starts off interestingly. Oh my god, it's completely different. Oh, we have a big gap, that's why. I think that's the Haruhi movie, that's Disappearance. Debuting at number 1, we have Gintama debuting at number 2, and we have the second Ava Rebuild movie at number 5. This was a crazy year. Okay, the king is here, finally. Okay, this is the 8th number 1. So Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, our 8th number 1. Probably going to be the most dominant number 1 ever. So I'm calling this era the era that the kings make their debut. And of course, I'm talking about
Fullmetal Alchemist. Fullmetal Alchemist.
Brotherhood. But I'm also talking about Gintama. Those of you who already follow this list in any way know that Gintama is a force to be reckoned with. Holy. And this era is where those massive, massive forces come into play on the list for the first time. And they are not going anywhere for a long time. Maybe ever. Oh, Gintama apostrophe. Our new number 1. Never mind, that reign did not last too long. Also, our fucking highest score is now 9.48. Dude, Gintama fans are insane. We have Madoka debuting at number 9 as well in 2011. That's cool. That checks out. Okay, now we have Gintama taking 2 out of the top 3 spots. Steins Gate. Ooh, okay. I think this is the debut. This is when it aired, 2011. Yeah, it checks out. Very, very high up. It's gonna stay there like forever, basically. Fate Zero also, second season debuting at number 8. Very cool. Things are pretty normal. We have another Gintama. Another Gintama. What is this? 3 out of the top 10 is currently Gintama. Yep. And then we have Wolf Children. Wolf Children is one of probably my favorite anime movies, so it's really cool to see it here. And then FMAB takes its throne back. Also, this era is where we get to see the rumblings of a future number 1 contender. Attack on Titan! Oh, we're in the... Okay, this is where I'm finally... This is when I started watching, pretty much. Okay, so how are our stats looking? Well, this era from 2010 to 2013 had a total of 11 new anime titles crack into the top 10, which really isn't too much. Like, we're really seeing things get more solidified here. It's getting harder and harder to crack the top 10. In terms of our top 10 leaderboards, here's the updated view for that. Feel free to pause and look at it. And for our champs, the number 1s, we have 3 new additions. The Disappearance of Haruhi Suzumiya, taking the number 12 spot on our list at 47 days spent at number 1. Gintama apostrophe taking 2nd place with 742 days at the number 1 spot. And to nobody's surprise, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood at the number 1 spot. The number one with 3,444 days, or over 9 years spent at the top. absolutely destroying everyone else. Like, look at this massive gap between number 1 and number 2. So yeah, it's definitely the era of the kings here. And we're gonna see more of that in the next era, which is 2014 to oh! Except before we talk more about that, we have, oh my fucking god, dude, another Gintama. All right, now we have 4 Gintamas out of the top 10. Let's go. Now this era is absolutely defined by obviously more Gintama, but also just the sheer dominance of Brotherhood, rarely budging from the number 1 spot. You'll see me going through this entire era, and that golden text at the very top of the screen, for the most part, is not really changing here. Hunter x Hunter. Oh, wait, why did it take this long for Hunter x Hunter to show up? All right, everything's still the same. Things just kind of trading places. Oh my god, it's half of the list. Will we ever get to 6? Ooh, One Punch Man, number 10. That's cool. Wow, welcome back, Gintama. You can join Gintama Enchosen and Gintama Movie and Gintama degree sign and Gintama apostrophe. That's fucking awesome. That's erased. Oh, I didn't know erased was in the top 10. That's cool. Oh shit, it's number 7 now. Oh shit, it's number 6 now. Oh shit, it's number 5 now. Okay, now it's falling. Goodbye. And welcome back to the number 1 spot Gintama, except that's a new Gintama. We have Gintama degree sign taking over the number 1 spot over Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, joining Gintama apostrophe in the list of champs. JoJo Part 4 in the top 10. That's cool. Okay, Full Metal Alchemist back on top, the way things should be. Oh my god, here we have fucking Your Name actually destroying everything. Yeah, absolutely shitting on everything else. Ooh, Haikyuu season 3 in the top 10. Okay, to recap, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood was in fact the reigning dominant king for most of this period. But even more notable is my gradual decline into insanity, brought forth by fucking Gintama. Anyway, this era had a total of 9 new anime titles in the top 10. Here's our updated leaderboards. And for our additions to the champs leaderboard, we have Gintama degree sign taking the title of the number 9 number 1 anime of all time, with 141 days spent on top. And Kimi no Nawa, which is not really surprising either, as the number 5 champ of all time with 337 days, almost a full year at the top of our list. And to kick off 2017, we have Your Name continuing to dominate. Just kidding. Oh! Gintama! Oh, it's a new Gintama! Gintama period! How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. We're back to normalcy, everyone. We're back to half of the top 10 list being only Gintama. Why did I do this? I don't fucking know. Also, this is a brand new peak. This is a new all-time highest. Thanks, Gintama. Oh shit, that shit, wait, what happened? It disappeared. Oh, you fell off. You went down to number 4. That took 4 days, by the way. Like, I'm just gonna break the pattern here and just confirm it right now on the leaderboard. Spoiler alert, this shit was number 1 for 3.65 days. 1/100th of a year. Fucking pathetic, dude. Okay, we got Silent Voice. I didn't realize that Your Name was at the number 1 spot for this long. That is crazy, the stranglehold it had over the entire community. Ooh, Owari Monogatari. Oh, it took over. It hit number 1. Let's go, Monogatari. All right, and now it's gone. And now it's back. And now it's gone. Okay. Now, you might have noticed some movement in this era, like just stuff moving around more, especially at that coveted number 1 spot. We saw it just now with Gintama period, now with Owari Monogatari, where new contenders are actually putting up a fight against the kings and the queens of the list that have dominated for so long. It's pretty cool. Why did I spend so much time doing this? Oh, what the fuck? Is this, what? Is this for real? Pingu in the, what? Pingu in the City, with its measly 601 members, entered the ring that day and decided, no, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, with your over 1 million members. No, Gintama, with your infinite clones. Today is mine. What the? It's at 6.51. How was this once at 9.29? And it's gone. Just like that, it's fucking gone. Goodbye, Pingu in the City. But anyway, from here on out, we are just back to Famab being the absolute king. Except I keep lying to you. What the fuck? What? Yo, 2017, 2018 is actually fucking insane. What the fuck? Nothing surprises me at this point. I'm over it. I'm over it, dude. We got Gintama period colon Shirogane no Tamashi Hen, the new all-time highest. And I spoiled myself on this by accident a little bit. This is the current all-time highest ever. This is the highest score any anime has ever been on my anime list ever to this day. It's this thing. I guess I have to fucking watch Gintama. Okay, or back to normal. Back to normal. Chill out, everyone. Chill out. Full Metal Alchemist is back. Psyche 2 debuting at number 4 is pretty interesting. Things are normal again. Oh, that's my goat. That's my goat. That's my goat. March Comes in Like a Lion, season 2. My personal favorite anime. Mwah. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Steins Gate Zero. A lot of people are very divided on Steins Gate Zero. Holy shit, what's it at right now? I remember when Steins Gate Zero came out, that first episode, when people realized that, like, you know, everything would be coming back and all that. Like, the first episode and, like, the build up to that, everyone was losing their shit. It was a really crazy time to be a Steins Gate fan, actually. Ooh, Golden Wind. Very cool. Number 3 now. Okay. We're getting towards the end of 2018 now. Shoutouts to Legend of the Galactic Heroes, which I think it appeared for the first time on the list in 2008. And now 10 years later, it is still in the top 10. And I don't think anything else. I don't know if it ever left. I think Legend of the Galactic Heroes might be like the secret GOAT. Okay, so that concludes what's probably just the most insane and absurd period of time in the My Anime List top 10 list history. So let's go through the stats. So 2017 and 2018 had a whopping 15 new anime titles added to the top 10. Lots of movement over these 2 years, and given that this was only a 2-year period, I'd say that this is the most movement-heavy period in anime history when it comes to the top 10, which is really insane. Here's the updated top 10 leaderboards and the champs list. So we've added Gintama period at number 22, Owari Monogatari Season 2 at number 19 with 10 days in the top 10, Pingu in the City at number 24, Card Captor Sakura at number 25 with a measly 0.96 days, and this other Gintama at number 21 with 3.66 days. All right, we're in 2019 now. We got, okay, this is not a surprise. We got Attack on Titan Season 3 Part 2. Shit my soldiers, fart my soldiers. Okay, and it's taken the number 1 spot. It is our number something champ. Nothing happened in 2019. Like, literally one thing happened. Like, it's like we're recovering from the absolute bloodbath that was 2017 and 2018. But here's the stats, I guess. We had 1 new anime title in the top 10. Yay. Here's the updated leaderboards. Yay. And wow, we have 1 new addition to the champs list. What? I wonder what it is. Okay, anyway, next. Okay, now that we're finally in the 2020s, we've got some fun stuff going on here. Haikyuu to the top at number 6. Oh, and it's gone. Bye. What? Wait, is that interspecies reviewers? What? Well, what the fuck happened? What's it at right now? 7.41. What happened? Okay, Attack on Titan. Attack on Titan, the final season started in 2020? Holy shit. They really dragged that shit out. Like crazy. Okay, number 1. We have a new number 1. Okay, I'm just gonna interrupt this to say that this Attack on Titan, the final season part 1, is the worst number 1. 27 out of 27. It's in last place. It literally had the number 1 spot for half a day. Like fucking 13 hours total. Really sorry to Attack on Titan fans, but hey, something had to be the worst number 1. Fruits Basket, the final. Ooh, that's awesome. Wait, oh, look at the climb. Look at the climb. Fruits Basket, bam, 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 bam. Oh! Second worst one. And it's at this point, after seeing Gintama the final rise up to the number 1 spot. Is this the last one? It's called the final. It has to be the last one, right? That I made an observation. We have 3 shows in a row that have taken the number 1 spot, and they're all called the final. 2 of them aren't called the final season, they're just called the final. Okay, that was just one of my observations, but there's another one where there's this phenomenon that we've been seeing a lot, where a show just starts airing and there's all this hype from it that carries the show into the top 10, but they often both struggle to stay there for very long, and they often struggle to hit that number 1 spot. Like, you probably found yourself going, hey, where the fuck is my favorite show? Where's Vivi? Where's To Your Eternity? Where's half of the JoJo parts? Where's Shield Hero? Never mind. And the answer is that they just weren't good enough. Or maybe that they just weren't sensationalized enough. Because in order to crack the top 10, you need enough force behind your movement, behind your campaign of overly online weebs fighting to take over the entire anime community and muscle your way in to that top 10 list. Even if it's just for like a few days before Fullmetal Alchemist wrangles it back from you. So my point is, just because something's not in the top 10 doesn't mean it's not good. These anime ratings just from random fucking people on the internet don't mean anything. If your favorite show isn't on here, that's okay. It doesn't mean it's shit unless it's Shield Hero. All it means is that we've gotten more polarized, we've gotten more sensationalized, the internet and capitalism are bad, and we should go back to hunting and gathering, the planet is dying, the government hates us, the animals are leaving, the aliens aren't contacting us. Anyway, that's my social commentary. Back to the list. Final season part 2. Very cool. Okay, now we have 4. Now there's 4 of them. Cool. Okay, so this era had a total of only 6 new anime added to the top 10. The leaderboards are here, and the champs are as such. Other than the 2 I already mentioned, Fruits Basket and Attack on Titan, we have Gintama the Final at number 18 with 14 days spent at number 1, and Attack on Titan the Final Season Part 2 at number 23. 3.5 days at the top. 2 more eras to go. Kaguya Season 3. Spy X Family with a debut at number 5. Oh, okay, it did get number 1. Shit, let's go. Oh, shit, let's go. Bleach 1,000 Year Blood War debuts at number 1. Chainsaw Man debuting at number 3 is interesting, too. I didn't realize. Oh, shit. Okay, we got a new number 1. Attack on Titan, Final Season, Part 2, Part 3, Part 4, Oshino Ko also. Oh, my God. We got back-to-back new debuts at number 1. Oshino Ko, number 1. This is no doubt after the first episode. I remember this fondly. First episode dropped, it was 90 minutes. It was basically cheating. They were pretty much cheating. We have a movie that we dropped as episode 1. We dropped the movie and we're like, we're gonna call it episode 1, and everyone was like, holy fucking shit. And now it's and then it got in the number 1 spot. And I think right now it's nowhere close to that. All right, we've got another crazy time here. Lots of contention for that number 1 spot. Lots of new blood in the top 10 list. It's an exciting time to be an anime fan in 2022 and 2023. And for stats, we've also got 6 new anime titles in the top 10, updated leaderboard right here, and a bunch of new number 1 entries on the champs list. We've got Kaguya Season 3 as our 15th best champ with 36 days, Bleach, the 1,000 Year Blood War at number 11 with 53 days. Attack on Titan, the final season, the final chapters, the final episodes, the final, number 14 with 40 days. And the now disgraced Oshino Ko at number 17 with 18 days at the number 1 spot. There's only one more number 1 remaining, and I think we all know who that is. Obviously, Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood is like just our mainstay, like absolute mainstay, which is gonna stop pretty soon. Okay, and that's why. This is why. We have our new queen, I guess, Frieren. Oh, now you're number 5. Oh, now you're number 3. Oh, now you're number 2. Oh, now you're number 1, and you're our new queen. Goodbye. But yeah, we have this gigantic list. Most of them have challenged Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood at some point. Most of them have failed. All of them have failed. But now here we are in 2023, late 2023. Frieren has come. It's the latest challenger, and we're seeing the same thing, right? Frieren trading spots back and forth between itself and Fullmetal Alchemist. Oh, never mind. There wasn't that much of a fight, actually. In November of 2023, Frieren famously became the number 1 ranked anime on my anime list. And at first, it seemed like it would just be the same pattern as all of the others on the list that came before it. It was trading back and forth with FMAB at number 1 for a few days, but then something different happened. Frieren went up and up and up and up, and it never came down. There was still movement going on underneath the number 1 spot, by the way. We got the new Monogatari, we got ReZero Season 3 briefly showing up, we've got the latest Bleach season and One Piece fan letter both hitting the number 2 spots. Here's our final leaderboards, by the way. But Frieren at number 1 never got touched this whole time. Not even really that close. That's the end. So yeah, Frieren is the only one to challenge Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood and actually just flat out beat it. Like, it's so impressive, actually. Some might say that this is the start of a new era. Only time will tell, but has our king actually been dethroned forever? I mean, at this point, it's been well over a year now, so I'm gonna say that there's a decent chance that the answer is yes, which to me is amazing. It's exciting, and it makes me feel hyped for what anime will bring in the future. Maybe I'll make another one of these videos again in a few years and see what's happened since then. Maybe Redo of Healer will get a sequel that'll hit #1 for 30 minutes. I don't know. But if you'll excuse me, I'm gonna go watch some Gintama. Thanks for watching, idiot.